do this. Bring Mr. Westbrook out. That's you? Come on up. We can have a hearing and we'll sign it. We'll do the signing later when it gets fixed, but we can move the case and we don't have to have anything signed as long as it's memorialized here. And when this pad gets going again, then we ought to be fine. We now call 18-29522, the state of Texas versus James Gregory Westbrook. You are Mr. Westbrook?
Sir.
Present with Mr. Grove, your attorney and the state's attorney. There is a motion to revoke probation that was filed, sir, on March 21st of this year. Does the defendant waive a formal reading of this? Can we proceed in summary?
Yes, Your Honor.
In summary, this, and raise your right hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any statement you make today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Sir.
In summary, this motion alleges that on September 17th, 2018, in this criminal district court, you were sentenced to 10 years in prison. That was suspended. You were placed on regular probation for 10 years for evading arrest and detention with a motor vehicle, a third-degree felony. Is all of that true, sir?
Yes, sir.
Allegation 1 states that you probation order number condition number 14 of your probation order you signed here dated September 17th of 2018. Number 14 states, among other things, that you shall be courteous and professional at all times, especially when with interacting with court officers and probation officers and staff. Are you clearly familiar with that?
Sir.
Allegation number 1 states in a telephone conversation with the probation officer, with Miss LeBlanc, who is one of the most professional and courteous people I know, and I've been around a long time, that you failed to conduct yourself in a professional and courteous manner, especially with her, in your vulgar statements. You can take your probation and tie a pretty little bow around it and shove it up. You know what you said. I've already reported you to federal authorities about F word up my extraditions. Did you really say that?
I may have. She called my father several times.
You're not calling her a liar, are you? She says that's what you
No, I'm
said.
not calling her a liar, but I'm just saying that.
What do you have? You lost your memory?
No.
You either said that. Do you
Okay,
do you use this type of vulgar language? When I speak, you stop. You use this kind of vulgar language in a regular way, do you? You can't even remember? Or is this is this a unique situation? Do you do this all the time, or was this an extraordinary event?
Do you want the explanation and answer?
I just asked you a question, yes or no. Do you do this normally, or is this an extraordinary event?
It's extraordinary event.
You should remember it. Do you remember it or not?
Yes, I do.
You said that to her.
Yes.
Do you understand what the probation office does? Do you even know what they do? They try to help you be successful on probation. Were you here when I was talking about the 85% success rate we have?
Yes, I heard.
Which is twice the rate of the national average, which is 70%. We're at 85. I mean, they are a dedicated group of professionals. I'm honored to be working with them. I've worked with them for almost 18 years. I worked with federal probation officers for 20 years, and they were great. These are no less capable. You would be that rude to this lady who's dedicated to your success. That's what's ironic. Oh, is this allegation true or not? Are you pleading true voluntarily and because it is true?
Yes, sir.
You understand by a knowing and voluntary plea of true to one or more allegations of probation, that's enough to grant this motion to revoke probation. Your probation can be revoked. You can now be sentenced to no less than 2, no more than 10 years confinement in prison.
Yes, sir.
Knowing that, do you insist on pleading true today?
So,
I find you pleading true voluntarily. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading true.
yes, I do.
Is there agreement on this?
Yes, sir.
When was
5
that,
years TDC.
when was that done? I don't have it up here.
Well, that was on the plea papers that are in the
Okay,
computer.
well, okay, it's still working. Let me see the percentage rate.
I'll have it do it though. She did. On computer, that was person.
Looks like, as far as I know, you have just this one felony conviction in this court that you're on probation for. Would that be right?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, since that PSI, he has had convictions out of the state of Georgia. Based on the first motion to revoke, those were the allegations alleged in
I was going to get through the misdemeanors here because it covers about 3 pages.
Yes,
How
sir.
many
He also
misdemeanors?
has another, I believe, state jail felony out of Chambers County that occurred after he was released from Jefferson County or something like that.
I was arrested for all this. When I got put on probation here, I still had warrants out of Georgia, so I had to go back to Georgia. All of it. I haven't been arrested since 2018 for anything whatsoever.
But your Chambers County case that
Chambers
occurred
County,
before this.
No, it happened the same day.
Okay.
I got arrested. I got my report here, left from here, got my probation, left from here, went to Chambers County, transferred there, went to prison there, left from prison there, transferred there, went to prison in Georgia. Haven't had any arrests since then. Probation was supposed to have been transferred from here to Fulton County.
Went to prison in Georgia for what? For the possession of methamphetamine?
No, it's prior to that, it's stuff I've taken.
I don't see any prison sentences here.
Your Honor, those occurred after his date of probation here
Here?
in Texas. Yes, sir.
Well, why are they in the motion to revoke probation?
They're in the motion to revoke that was previously disposed of in October of 23.
Committed the offense of fleeing or attempting to elude out of Carroll County, Georgia. Committed the offense of fleeing to elude. Those were 2 offenses on 2 separate days. Looks like one July 9th, the other July 10th of 19.
I believe those are the first amended motion to revoke community supervision that was filed on 8
How many
2.
misdemeanor convictions do you have, sir?
Excuse me, sir.
How many misdemeanor convictions do you have?
I have no idea, sir. Probably 10,
14.
14.
How come I know more about your life than you do? And we're talking about driving while under the influence, theft by shoplifting, simple battery, family violence, disorderly conduct, child abuse, driving under influence, willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, driving under influence of alcohol, driving under influence of alcohol, driving without a valid license, disorderly conduct, willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, evading arrest or detention. Among other things. Uh, Okay, so we're trying to, this was 5 years, is that right?
Yes, sir.
After all of this criminal history, and then the obnoxious insults to this lady, I'm supposed to cut you a break? You're looking at 10 years in prison. She deserved better than that. All of them did, from you.
Always ask for being.
Oh, that takes it back. I'm sure she feels much better for all the time that this happened. Let's see, this happened when? On January 10th, 10 months ago. You're apologizing now? I'm not taking this deal. No way. You don't treat people who work for me like that and serve the county. No. We'll just have a hearing and let
Can we
it,
sell
let it
this now?
rise.
Can we sell it now?
I'm not making a deal with you.
It's just call.
You're rude. Obnoxious. Can't see, if you treat someone who's really their commitment in life is to help you, if you would treat them that way, what would you do to someone else? Shame on you. Set this for a hearing. We'll decide where I go, but I'm not accepting a deal of 5 years. Not for your obnoxious, rude, selfish attitude. That hurts people. You don't seem to care. But I'm going to ensure that justice is served. Thank you. We'll set this for a hearing.